Party people, I've already got my glasses on. I've ruined the bit. Hold on. Party people in the place to be, live from 58 Dream Street. We're James with Games. Happy Tuesday, folks. It's kind of a crappy Tuesday around these parts, actually, in some distinct ways. But you know, I'm keeping my spirits up. It's okay. Welcome everybody to a very special Tuesday edition, James with Games. We would normally be doing Greg and James beat 'em up in this time slot. My buddy Greg would be here, and he'd be on the other side of the screen, or no, he'd be right where I am, and I'd be on the other side of the screen. We're not doing that today because Greg already had a reason in his own life that he couldn't come over. But even if he could have, he couldn't have, because after a 4.5-year streak of avoiding not only the novel coronavirus that causes COVID-19, but also any infectious illness whatsoever, and after an entire week of my partner being sick with COVID-19 and me continually presenting negative results on my rapid tests, I woke up this morning with the sniffles, and I did a rapid test, and I popped the faintest of faint little lines in the T portion. I got the COVID. Yeah. Oh, welcome, your mom. Yeah, it was it's a drag. I'm okay. I don't even have the sniffles anymore. So far at least, it's one of those proverbial mild cases. I had started to believe that I was one of these people who can't get COVID or who has some natural resistance to it. And that might actually be the case, because like it took a prolonged and close exposure for the thing to strike me down. But strike me down it has. The most frustrating part is that regardless of whether I become symptomatic in any severe way, or whether the worst I get is that this morning my throat felt a little gummy when I swallowed and I had mild sniffles. Even if that's the worst I get, I can't go to work for a week. But I'm a university teacher, so it's not like I can just take a week off and then pick things up. I gotta run the courses from a distance, and it's gonna present some challenges, but I'll get through it. So just making sure that my intermission button works there, because if indeed oh my, there's jeez, I'm not even quite sure exactly what you're referring to, because there's an awful lot going on in America. Oh yes, specifically with this. Yeah. Like, I don't want to oversell how seriously our government has continued to take COVID-19. They long ago stopped publicly reporting any statistics. They don't encourage you to report your own diagnosis. They just say, from the 7 days from the first positive test or the onset of symptoms before you go back in public. And like, I could blow that, like, I suppose I could just ignore that, but that would be sociopathic. I interact with hundreds of people in my work week. So the hardest part is going to be first tutorials next Monday. I got to get in touch with my head TA and figure out how he's going to get access to, who's going to print out all the activity sheets. How's my TA, who has a day job and then comes from that day job to the evening tutorials, how's he going to get the sheets? I don't know. Me and him got to work that out. What a nightmare. Hopefully, though, the symptoms stay mild. I've had a couple of coughs today. Basically, if I consciously think about the fact that I have COVID-19 and then I take a deep breath, I cough. Not like a coughing fit, but just in case. I made sure my intermission button is working so that I hopefully won't be. And, if I remember and act quickly enough, I could also just hit the mute on the bottom of my microphone. And hopefully, I won't cough in everybody's ear. So yeah, it's a very special James with Games on Tuesday evening, because Greg can't be here. Couldn't even if he wanted to be. I'm not going to bring Greg in here and infect him. Although Greg is one of the closest COVID exposures I'd ever had prior to Danielle getting sick last week. He came over for an episode of Greg and James Beat 'em Up, I believe. Or possibly the precursor. We used to do a different stream about wrestling video games. But he came over. We did a 2-hour, sit at this angle to each other and shout while playing video games in a hot room. And then the next day he was like, hey, I tested positive for COVID. And I was fine. You can see how I got it in my head I might be invincible. And, the fact that it took a whole week of prolonged close exposure to make a line that I didn't see at first. I looked at the test and I said, hey, babe, I'm still negative. And then I was like, oh, wait. I squinted. I took it to her and I was like, there's a little tiny line there, isn't there? Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Wizardry Gaiden IV. Throb of the Demon's Heart. I've been playing this intensively throughout the summer. And then I wasn't able to do that anymore because it's September now. It's not the summer. We're so close to the end. But then disaster struck last time. Oh, wow. I'm watching that review. I will definitely watch that review. Possibly next week, because I do also have to put my reappointment and promotion package together by Sunday. So I'm under some time constraints. It's kind of crazy that I'm doing this, but you need to have fun now and then or you'll lose your mind. So disaster struck last time. Ivy, Sasha, Kiki, Cedric, Mary, Artian. That's probably true. I need to get more in the habit of just doing that with streams. I always want to be fully engaged if I'm going to pop into someone's stream, but I think that I create artificial barriers in my own mind to doing it because I can't get the perfect conditions. All right. So the disaster that struck is specifically that James the Mage, who had every spell except for Malor, the teleport spell. Hold on, your video review does not have relevant audio? Is it all mime? Do the words appear on the screen? Ah, okay. That makes more sense. Okay, yeah, I can listen to that like a podcast. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so before we can actually go down to the infinity level inside the Great Demon and try to find its heart, we gotta do a little bit of grinding. We need Artian the Mage to be a little bit stronger. Oh, I should look at these folks. Did I leave them with unidentified items? Ooh, Ivy's trying. Oh yeah, Ivy was having great success with that new sword. We have unidentified gloves. It's all charades. You go like this again and again and again and again and again to tell us 10,000 words. First word, the. You sure do have to fight a lot of orcs in that game. We have a hammer to identify and a scroll. We have no free item slots. And gold-wise, we got like no gold. Yikes. Well, let's find out how promising that hammer seems. And those gloves. 25,000 to identify the hammer. Might be good. Is it Mjolnir? I keep wanting there to be a Valkyrie class-specific weapon. Because when I beat the original Wizardry, I owe it all. Okay, let's get Gromny. I owe my original victory over Wizardry entirely to Gromny the Bishop will do the identifying. I owe that victory entirely to having the samurai specific weapon, the Muramasa blade. My samurai, I went to the fight with Verdna and killed him in one attack. with like 4 or 5 hits by my samurai using the Muramasa blade. Okay. Artian, give this scroll. There was one specific fight, the one on, Sokal Keep, that gave me a lot of trouble. Because there's so many orcs, and also, like you, I did not... Scroll of Galdi. I don't even know what that is. And a great hammer. I've already got a great hammer. So I'm probably gonna sell that. What is Kiki equipped with right now? A Vulcan hammer. Okay, and then, well, okay. Give one great hammer back to somebody. And then somebody had gloves. Right? Or did I just dream the gloves? No, they're there. Probably these are not super important gloves. But yeah, the Valkyrie class, dark gloves. Okay, they're very obviously cursed. I'm not falling for that. But we'll make some money, which is good, because, oops, this is the inn. So we might get killed. You never know. It is a great game. Oh, we're gonna play it on NES. Nice. Wait, no, I'm not gonna sell the cold chain, because if this party gets wiped out, we do want to have some of this awesome stuff. Okay. And then, what else should we sell? Oh, I will sell that spare great hammer. Cedric! What is that from? I recognize that. Why am I still carrying the evil jar that I'm obviously never going to need to solve a puzzle? Will you buy it? Of course you won't. It's a quest item. Okay. Let's free up a few more slots by... inventory slots by giving something we don't need to Gromny for now. Pink ribbon we do need. Ah, yes. Now I recall. Yes, rest in peace, James Earl Jones. You know, there are much worse things than dying after a life well lived at the age of 93. So I wouldn't go as far as to say it's a tragic loss, but certainly a loss. And certainly a life very well lived. Oh, wow. I didn't hear about that. Your mom? I guess for obvious reasons, it didn't go as viral on social media. Wow, I hadn't heard that. That really is a shame. He was not 93. Oh. There's a time when, 67 seemed really old to me. Now my dad's 69. It's too young. It's a goddamn shame. But it certainly, you can't take away from him that he made a big mark on an art form that he got in on the ground floor for. And ultimately, like, what are we here for? Except to do some stuff and hope that makes an impact on other people. Not that we need to, you know, create iconic and influential video game series to have valuable lives. Do we have all our spell slots? Looks like it, yeah. Okay. Sasha will cast Diaphic, although I do not believe I will need to use it. Kiki will cast Latuma Pick. Cedric will cast Lithophite, although not really all that many pits in this game, and I don't think we'll be encountering any more. Mary gives us Morphic, and away we go. We'll get Low Milwa up once we're past the mandatory darkness zone to get to the elevator system. Okay. Into the elevator. Let's go. I'm feeling my oats today. Also, although the battles here are very difficult, we are just gonna bomb on any enemies. We're going all out, unless it's a really, really easy fight. We have the surprise. Pontiff, Monarch, Guildmaster. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Oh, wasted a bunch of attacks. But we dissolved the corpse. The Vulcan Hammer paid off. We're down to just the Monarch. Great. Didn't have to waste any spells, because this is going to be over quick. Boom. Hail, Stempinski! I should tell you the big news. And Cedric might not have heard either. I have COVID-19. After dodging it for 4.5 years. Is it sirens? Sweet. Let's just open it. And after dodging it all week. Yeah. Danielle got sick last Tuesday. And I held out until I felt a little sniffly last night. But not even so much that I thought, like, this might be symptoms. And then I felt a little more sniffly this morning. I tested and popped the faintest line you've ever seen on my rapid test. I didn't travel though. It's not fair. Okay. Ivy, kill the ninja. Cedric, kill them all with nuclear fire. Mary, pitch in with a storm of blades. Yeah, and Artian still needs to, needs to level up. So yeah, I'm already feeling better than I felt this morning, which wasn't too bad. So like, you know, don't cry for me. But it's frustrating just in the sense that I can't go to work. But I'm a university teacher, so my work must continue. Just have to make it all happen from a distance. Alright, that went well. I saw we got a katana. What I want to be getting are hammers and spears, because I can't let go of this dream of there being a class-specific weapon for Valkyries. Counterpunch. Verify that, Mary? It's Goddess's Kiss. Kiki, you want to double check? Okay. Take your blessing, Cedric. What does it mean to be blessed with the Goddess's Kiss? I have not been able to figure it out. These are really pretty good encounters. Poison Needle? Oh, it's just a Poison Needle. Alright. So we want Artian to just gain a few more levels, mainly so that he can acquire the big spells and get some more spell slots. And then hopefully that'll happen fast enough that I can make an earnest try to beat this game. Since come on, Cedric. Okay. Have another blessing, Cedric. Boom. We must be pretty much loaded down with new items. So yeah, I figure if there is a Valkyrie class item, class-specific weapon, it's either a hammer, Mjolnir, Hammer of Thor, or it'll be some kind of spear. Like, I've forgotten the name of Odin's spear, but... Okay, if I make it back to the elevator without an encounter, I'll take it as a sign that the game wants me to go back and identify my stuff. Gungnir! That's the name. Okay, fine. We're going home. Actually, wait. We don't need to walk home. We also don't need to walk there, now that I think about it. Because Cedric did what James could never pull off. And he learned the Malor spell. Should have to be very careful not to imagine... You know, it's an honest mistake you can make in regular wizardry. Where all you... What am I saying here? That sounds right. Sleipnir. For the horse. What was I trying to say? Oh yeah, in default wizardry... there's no little mini map to pick where you teleport to. You do it by saying, I want to go this many floors up or down, and this many north or south squares, and this many east or west squares. So you might accidentally teleport into a wall and kill yourself. Hey, Sasha got new spells. Kiki's almost leveled up. The levels aren't really doing much for the elite members of the party. Oh, we didn't actually get Artian there. But he's almost there. It would be absolutely humiliating to teleport your party into a wall in this game, just by being too hasty and having a thumb slip. What a fool you'd feel. Glove of Death. Not falling for that. That sounds cursed. We'll sell it to the creepy guy. Oh, we're just short of identifying that. Amulet of Flame. That also sounds right. Although it sounds right and also sounds like it could be secretly the name of like forgotten Disney villain sidekicks. Oh my, 100,000 gold for this katana. We don't have a... Yeah, I've noticed that happening, and I'm not sure why. What if I move it away? But yeah, at first I kept being like, oh man, uh-oh. I'm not looking well. My color has changed. I kind of noticed. And then I was just trying not to look at my own face. Torture myself with the poor production values. A mitten. I don't think we need a mitten. Oh, wow. Only the seedy merchant can buy the mittens. Okay. Sit Cedric out for a moment. Because I know he doesn't have anything for identifying. Bring Gromny in. Does Gromny have any inventory slots? Of course he doesn't. Ivy doesn't have anything to identify, though. So she'll pop out, too. We'll bring in Corydale, who's probably never going to have a major role. So far, sense of taste, fine. I think my brain's still working, you know, as much as it does. So yeah, things could be worse for me. Could also be better. I would have loved to not get the COVID. Oof. Yeah, Danielle's had a tiny bit of that. Like, she's not lost full sense of taste, but like some taste, some flavors haven't been coming through, basically. Wow. That's wild. Whoops. Really, Cedric? Well, yeah. You were out of the endurance gauntlet, the marathon. All right, Gromny. Time to try not to touch some items while you tell us what they are. Watch, this katana is going to be the Muramasa blade, isn't it? No, the Kanimitsu. Oh. Nyoibo. I wonder if Sasha could equip Nyoibo and if it would be any good. She can equip it. Well, I'm going to have her try equipping that instead of the Boa Shuriken. Tonfa? Oh, never mind. I'll have her try equipping it instead of the Tonfa. We'll see if it's any good. Okay. Well, if I get wiped out, then this playthrough is going to last a very long time because I'll only be able to revisit it every now and then. But if this attempt fails and this party can't get the job done, ha! Oh, that's funny. When you said that, when I read your first message, your mom, I thought that I pictured a Modron enemy from Dungeons and Dragons, who often have like little trident type things. I wasn't even paying attention to the Anchorman reference. I figured that was, once I put it all together, I saw what was going on. But yeah, that's very fitting. I can't remember if I had someone using a trident. I know that my fighter magic user, Sir Waffle, started out using a Fauchard fork because I like that they went with yeah, very kind implementation of the D&D rules that multi-classed magic user fighters get fighter armor ability and not magic user, or you know, they can still cast even with armor on. Okay. Well, this time. Oh, what are Sasha's new spells? Masios, she had that already. Bird Aim, she had. Kurimar, raises attack magic effectiveness. Is that a persistent spell? No. Oh, sweet. I was very happy with my sprite with my little sprite customizations for my characters in Pool of Radiance. It's a surprisingly robust character creation tool. Like Waffle Syrup had requested the Sir Waffle character, and I was able to make him so that he had like... Oh yeah, the portraits, they never used those portraits in another Gold Box game. And justly so, although they are funny. Alright, Cedric. Just take us down. Ha! Awesome. Yeah, I did the Sir Waffle character with color coordination so that he had like brown as his primary color to represent the waffles themselves, but then yellow to represent the butter, and then like little blue dots to represent the blueberries, and then his pants were black and white to represent coffee and cream. I like that. Opie, who hasn't been here in a while, we miss you, Opie, created a character who he named Opie-Wan Kenobi, and I pretty much perfectly, like, the guy looked like Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Okay, this is a tough fight. We're gonna go right to the Tiltowaits and the Mabaracos. And the let's just do a Lazalek on the high sorcerer, so resist it. Maybe we'll get the Orc Lord though. Let's go. Killed a fire giant in one shot with the Ogre Killer. Ogre Killer might do bonus damage to giants. Got 2 of the High Priestesses. As far as I know, no. They took that feature away and they never replaced it with anything. Boom. Got all the High Priestesses before they could cast. It would have been nicer if they had improved that portrait system. But that was not the route they took. Bless you, Cedric. We got armor. We got an instrument. We absolutely don't need any more instruments. Who got the instrument? Me too. So I went and I did Dark Sun. Someday I will probably go back and do more. I really like the Gold Box engine. I found combat very satisfying in that game. Another thing that they never, from what I understand, improved, which is kind of a bummer, is the way that what's with the color balancing? It must be, maybe it's the light reflecting off the glass in the portrait of Rosalina behind me. Okay, yeah, the Nyobo. Cedric died from 10 damage? That doesn't seem right. It didn't say he's decapitated, though. But I mean, obviously he was decapitated or something. Which is frustrating, because he's our speedy trip home. But we'll just go the slower way. Artian will level up at least once. Well, exactly once. He's definitely not getting 2 out of this. Yeah, the other thing they never changed or updated in their system, well, not the only other thing, but the most disappointing to me, is they never changed the fact that you get no advance warning when you're about to step into a tile that has a giant, like, you know, there's 7 dragons standing there. You don't know until you walk up and you have to fight them. There's no, you can't listen at a door and be like, oh, there's something going on in there. All right. It would be too cruel for Cedric to just die right now. I don't think so. Oh no. Oh no. Emergency. I forgot to plug my PC in. Maybe that's why the colors were jumping around. I got the "hey, you're about to die" message. Okay, here we go to the temple to earnestly pray for Cedric's revival. Murmur, chant, pray, invoke. Give us our Cedric back. Okay. Take Ivy out for a moment. Pardon me. Grab Gromny. Is it gonna be time after this level up? I don't know. I certainly want to make an attempt today. Not least because that's what I said I was going to do. Give the mysterious new armor to Gromny. Oh, is that all we have? Fine by me. Oh no, you equipped it. That's quite a mess up. Oops, you touched it is one thing. You're trying to identify it. It attaches itself to you. It's a whole other thing to accidentally put on the entire suit of cursed armor. What are you gonna do? Alright, does Gromny have money of his own? He sure does. Got his armor off. Good for him. Get him out of there, get Ivy back. And let's go sleep in the stables. Congratulations, Kiki. Gain strength, piety, vitality. That's not a bad late game level up. New spells. You learn new spells. Yes. Lost strength. We'll live with that. I don't think I slept that much. But I definitely slept a lot. You have to. Can Ivy's piety get even lower? 42 hit points. Incredible. What a hardy adventurer. Okay. How you doing, Artian? Not well. That's not enough. I mean, Cedric does have Tiltowait, but like, come on, Artian. 200,000 for the next one. Alright. I'm going to start grinding on level 7. And if it's slow going, I'm going to be reckless. And we're going down. It does. Part of why I always sleep in the stables. Not just because it... partially because it costs too much money. Hello, Cena. Welcome. I remain pretty unsymptomatic, which is nice. Yeah, like, I didn't even feel too bad. Like, I felt sniffly enough that I did a second rapid test in 2 days and popped that positive, ruining my week. But even the sniffles went away pretty quickly. So we'll see. I could wake up tomorrow and feel wretched. But I have my voice. I have more energy than I've had in recent days. I've actually been really, really tired the last week. That's what I'm hoping. If I wake up tomorrow and I feel pretty good, I'm officially proclaiming this a mild case of COVID. Yeah, Danielle's second day was rough. Yeah, like, it won't matter. Like, it can go away. I still gotta stay home and try to run university courses for hundreds of students from a distance. Such is life. Fairy Ninja dies. Saint dies. And the other two have to come up and face us. I don't think it's going to go well for them. Ho ho! Thanks, Cena. Very much appreciated. Hold on a second. Ah. Yeah. The subscriber count had gotten... Like, I don't worry about it too much. I'm not doing this to make money. This is a hobby. But it was still... The subscriber count still got low enough to feel a little sad. So, much appreciated when anybody... Slingstone. It's just a slingstone on this level. Armor. As we know, I want hammers and spears. Out of the possibly delusional belief that one of them will be a great Valkyrie weapon. That is my ultimate subscription pitch to viewers. Is not that I think you should spend your money here, although, I mean, like, if you do, I will accept your money. But rather that if you already subscribe to Prime and you're not using your free sub on someone else, why wouldn't you use it on me? Give me some of that Jeff Bezos money. Boom. Another success. Another roughly 20,000. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more battles with roughly 20,000. Nope. Okay, we learned what Counterpunch does. It instantly kills Cedric. Damn it. Okay. Well, I've learned my lesson. Oh, wait, no. We can't even teleport back. We have to walk because Cedric's our teleporter. No, wait. Did Artian learn? Oh, whatever. Now I'm already going up the stairs. Well, got a little tangled up in the dark there, but we made it. Yeah, we're going to drain that fortune of his. One Prime subscription at a time. Alright, Lady Luck. Let the dice stay hot. Murmur. Chant. Pray. Invoke. Cedric secured. Okay, great. Seen that the priests in this game can fail at resurrecting. And when that happens, your character is burnt to ash. And they say, I have failed. Now Cedric is ashes. And they don't give you a refund. And then they charge double. I believe that. Or it's quite possible they stole it from Oubliette, which stole it from original D&D. Yeah, it costs double for them to cast the Bring You Back from Ash spell, which can also fail, and then you're lost forever. But it's a very like, you're not even gonna say you're sorry. Like, I understand it, that you like, fine if it costs a lot of money to do these resurrection chants. But like, couldn't you say, please understand, we have failed, and Cedric was burnt to ash. Alright. 8 more battles of about 20,000. Yes! I had to deal with that a couple of times in Pool of Radiance. Although, fortunately, it was it's never bad to drink coffee unless you were specifically planning and counting on getting to sleep early. For example, Stimpinski should not be drinking coffee right now. Good night, pal. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, 8 o'clock. Drink some water, I should hydrate. Hydrate, starchulate, whatever we have to do. What kind of potatoes are you going to make? A classic kind. Oh man, everybody's having potatoes. I had cheesy lentil nachos for supper. No potatoes involved. All right, Cedric, take us down. Nice. Yeah, get some protein in there. Okay. If there's another setback before we get 8 battles worth 20,000 or more, then I will be out of patience. Nice. Probably not, you know, the most delicious way to get protein, but protein bars did a lot to keep me somewhat nourished in my janitor years. Oh, sweet. One of those ones that's like heavily nut based, maybe? Not one of the ones I assume that it's just like a thick, chewy lump of some kind of protein. Nice. Alright, Cedric says it's Goddess's Kiss. Okay. Axe, circlet, instrument. We got 10,000. So we're looking at around 150,000 now. Murphy's Ghost. Classic wizardry enemy. Are you playing like a pool computer game, Cena? Or do you have a whole pool table set up here? A spear? Could it be Gungnir? Which I must stress. Fair enough. My first encounter with pool as a child was a lunar pool for the NES/Famicom. So you know what? It might not even work, but I think it's worth nuking the stone golems. Got one of them. And we hit another one of them. Okay, that worked out okay. Oh, we beat them. Nice. And 18,000. To be conservative, I'm going to combine that with the 7,000, call it 20,000. We're at 150, 130. Okay, we're getting there. There's no guarantee that the next level up gets him Tiltowait anyway, but we surprise the monsters? Well, this will be brutal. Oh, we only got one kill. That's a shame. I think we'll be alright. Game froze. That's okay. Because it's Wizardry, it's constantly auto-saving. So everything should be fine. I'm willing that to be true. We're back, baby. Frost Giants. Cool 10,000 for a pretty easy fight. So we're looking for 140,000 experience points for Artian now. Actually, wait. I think it's 120,000. Boy, will I be upset with myself if that turns out not to be true, though. We'll split it. Really? Trapless? Oh. Your mashed potatoes meal just keeps getting richer and richer. And more varied. And oh, okay. You gotta do it instead. That's fair. I had an awesome fancy pizza last night. It was like it's a Indian fusion pizza, like a paneer. It's a paneer kind of pizza with like authentic spices and stuff. It was outrageously spicy last night. Reheated today, oddly, it was less spicy, which is usually the opposite. Cedric is poisoned, but he didn't get counterpunched straight to death, so I'm not complaining. Ooh. That sounds good. $7,000 just for that little flack. Fairy Ninja. So this is probably a 20,000 party. Please leave the Fairy Ninjas in front. Great. Okay. That would be a fun variation on the Mimic. Just a hand pops out and just punches your character right to death. All right. Well, the Conqueror survived, but I don't think it's going to do much for him. He's done. Forbidden Box. Well, he disarmed it. Scary to try to open the Forbidden Box just to get 150 gold pieces each. Come on, do fights. Oh, I hate grinding. Alright, going in different doors. Finally. Fairy Ninja and Co. Oh, but it's not even a 4-person party. It's honestly more bearable in Wizardry than many RPGs. Maybe not on original hardware in the early 80s, but like PC Wizardry now is every bit as fast as this. Takes a lot of the pain out of the experience. It's just, I really want to see if I can win. Streaming also does help. I'm riffing, I'm saying things. People can introduce other topics that I can talk about. I don't love that that thing cast a big spell on us. But I believe they'll now just die, so. Yes, great. Great question, Cena. It's kind of a weird story. So, Rich, who you know if you've seen Friday Night Frosthaven, and our buddy Robert, who I promise really does exist, although we don't see him anymore ever since he lost his mind. When they were in junior high, they started making like dumb movies together with Robert's camcorder, and they needed to make up they wanted to make up a studio or like a publisher name. What's their movie studio? So they started calling their movies 58 Dream Street Productions, not in reference to anything, just because it sounded like it sounds like a film production studio. Oh wait, hold on, a couple more Mad Isles here, and then I met them in high school, and at the end of grade 10, I knew them both by then. I was pretty good friends with Robert, and on friendly terms with Rich, and they decided, just as the summer was starting, to make a movie like the old times. And I was like, can I come too? And so I got really into being part of 58 Dream Street then. And then the original purpose of this entire streaming endeavor was supposed to be just all about Frosthaven, because we were playing Gloomhaven during the pandemic, and Greg was like, this could be a stream. And the guys got really excited with that idea, although somehow I wound up being the one to do all the work, go figure. And so then it was coming time, and I was like, so what's our stream called? Like, what's our Twitch channel going to be called? And for a few minutes, we were kicking around different thoughts. And then Rich was like, no, wait a minute. We already have a name. We're 58 Dream Street. I was like, oh, yeah. And then I became the majority of the streaming here. Yeah. So, like, it's goofy because, like, I haven't seen anybody else. The only other brand, like, I'm sure there are more examples, but the only other Twitch account I'm aware of that is a like brand name and not just the nim of the person doing it is Artian was really close. We're gonna get that one more level up, and we're gonna, pardon me, make an attempt here. The only other one I'm aware of is F4W Video, which is a figure 4 wrestling. It's their video channel for their professional wrestling commentary. But yeah, so here it's, you know, what I would oh, that sounds cool. Once more into the breach before we go into the actual serious breach. Makes sense. That's clear. That's much more clear and communicative branding than 58 Dream Street. Like, I don't know if I would do, like, I'm fine with the name, but like, probably make more sense if the channel was called James and with Games. It's kind of funny because sometimes, especially early on, if I showed up to a person's stream because they came by my stream and followed and told me they were a streamer, when I popped in, they'd be like, "Oh, hey, Dream Street, what's up?" I'd be like, "Feels weird. I'm not Dream Street. Dream Street is a hypothetical place or production company." But it's too late now. Yeah, honestly, like, for like, you know, junior high school dumbasses. Yeah, that's another thing that, like, had I thought about it more, maybe I would have gone a different way. But at this point, that genie's out of the bottle. I'm entirely reliant on, you know, people just not wanting to. Well, okay. We got Bacardi. Artian died, along with Ivy. This was going to be the fight that got him over the hump, too. 30,000. So I guess that, like, you know, I don't say my surname, but I'm absolutely transparent enough that anybody could find out what it is and probably track me down and kill me where I stand. Yeah. I usually don't. Okay. Twice more into the breach, it turns out it was. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely do it sometimes and then go, oops, doxed myself. Yeah, there's also the fact that you could probably tell sometimes that some of the people who show up here know me in real life and might be entirely willing to share my details if asked nicely. All right, let's get Gromny because Ivy's got the money otherwise. And maybe that spear we found will be Gungnir, the Valkyrie-only spear that I really want to have in this game. Chant, pray, invoke. Ivy's cured. Ivy is I think Vitality 20. I would be furious if the spell ever failed on her. Chant. Pray. Invoke. Artian is cured. Okay, great. Add Artian, but not Ivy for a moment. So the Gromny can do some item identification for us all. Who has the spear? Oh, we also have shoes. You never know. Maybe shoes will... Oh, we don't care about instruments anymore. We have all the instruments we're ever going to need, and we barely use them anyway. Armor and an axe, which I'm interested in, but it's really the spear that I'm excited for. Does Artian have the spear? Yes. Nope. The Tonbo Giri and red shoes. Well, who knows? Maybe red shoes. Sounds like they could be a ninja thing, which monks can usually equip. Or they're probably cursed. You gotta write your own diary. They're cursed. Invoke the special power? Sure. If she just turns to ash, I'm gonna be furious. The item broke. And she's paralyzed. Red shoes suck. But we can deal with paralysis. It's not the end of the world. Alright, well... Still no awesome Valkyrie spear. Gotta keep on dreaming. Okay, grab Ivy. Win like one fight. Get Artian a level up. Maybe he gets Tiltowait. Maybe we just say Cedric's got Tiltowait. So my patience has run thin. I'm not familiar with a ton of... I haven't listened to a ton of Kate Bush. The song of hers that I'm most familiar with is... I think it's called This Woman's Work. It's from a... And obviously, like, Running Up That Hill. But This Woman's Work from She's Having My Baby, a much less successful than the average John Hughes movie. Yeah. The time that I heard it, I don't know why, but it was from a... Oh, how about that? It's a... You know, it's suitable. You know, this woman's work is hard on a man. The time I saw it was with a YouTube video that was like shots of Kevin Bacon like stressing out while his wife, partner, lover, whatever, is in labor. So close. Yeah, this woman's work is hard on a man. Which I believe is like supposed to be an empathetic thing. It's not like irony, being like, you know, it's the woman who's really doing the work. It's so hard for you, man. Just wait. It's a very sincere song. Yeah. And like, geez. I don't have a kid, but if I ever do, it'll be in the near future. And I'll be stressed as hell the entire time. Alright, here we go. This will be the last time we gotta do this. I choose to believe. Watch Artian just get instantly killed. Yeah, she's definitely one of those artists where it's like, why haven't I listened to more Kate Bush? I mean, just because there's only so much time in life. That's a great album title. Want to verify that, Kiki? It's Sirens. Actually, we can work with Sirens. Vampire Lord, kill it. Kill it with fire. Okay, good. Vampire Lord, if it's anything like Wizardry 1, will kill you. And not kill you. Drain you by 2 levels with a single hit. It's actually... I think the odds of doing 3 battles on this level and not getting 25,000 total experience are pretty low. Oh, I swear. If we get Bacardi'd here... I'll be very upset. Delosto. And an attack. Great. They come to the front row, and we probably have the agility to get hits on them. Kill them first. And Artian will have the experience he needs for a level up. I do not have the patience for another level up, so he better get some useful spells. Boom. Just skip right to the double Calfo. We've done it. All right. Throw a Maddie at Sasha. Hey, Malor. And we're home. Okay. And then it's definitely time. You gotta be grateful for the small blessings. Ivy gained a level. Come on. New spells. Maybe IQ up too. Lost Piety. No new spells. 1 hit point. I can't do it. I can't do another 200,000 experience points. Okay. Not even going to identify. I'm just going to offload items. Yep. Just a friendly reminder that we are playing Wizardry. Well, a not so friendly reminder. Ah. Okay, whatever. I'll do with money. I'll identify and get rid of items. Because what if this isn't the victorious run, but we do make it out alive, and while we're down there, we get Mjolnir, the Hammer of Thor. I'm going to look it up after I finish this game, find out if that existed. Yeah, I guess with the Muramasa blade, it's a little bit more of a like... Oh, the Plate of the Goddess. Well, we're actually going to use that, but now we don't have money to do the rest of this stuff. Right, in theory, nobody can use it. Except a Valkyrie for some reason. I don't know, but it's kind of interesting. The JRPGs inherited the Muramasa blade as the, as the great sword concept from American RPGs. Hail, British! You're up late. Yes, they did take literally, like, you know, Dragon Quest is literally, hey, what if Ultima was also Wizardry? -6. Eat your heart out, Plate of Hope. Okay. Yeah, she's not just any mook. Holy smokes, British. I think my longest ever first playthrough of a game is now Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom at like 130, 140. That's roughly how long Elden Ring took me the first time, too. Ivy, Sasha, Kiki, Cedric, Mary, Artian. Pour one out for James. Okay. for the purpose of longest first playthrough. Holy smokes. Wow. Okay. Zakaldi. Create a monstrous realistic illusion that can fight. Hakanito. Drain one group's MP. And Delasto. Do ice damage to one group. Okay. Alright, this is it. We're going. We're going to see if we can win. Yeah, 100+ hour first playthroughs for me probably includes Ultima 5. But I'm not 100% sure what my playtime on that was. But I did it blind with no walkthroughs and no prior knowledge or skills about how to play Ultima. Both Tears of the Kingdom and the other one. I think it was a little bit shorter for me, but in that vicinity. Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. Fire Emblem Awakening right around 100 hours. I think if you count resets after infuriating 1% criticals killed a character at the very end of a long battle. Elden Ring. Maybe Dark Souls, but not any of the other Souls games. Whoop. Ha. Wow. Street Fighter 3 is a great game. I don't know if I could play that much of it. But I picked up the Street Fighter collection on Switch when I got those arcade sticks. And really, really enjoyed playing as one of the new female characters in that game. The one who's all kicks. Short hair. Elena, yeah. Whoops. I went in the wrong direction. I mean, Street Fighter generally has pretty cool characters. It's one of those well-known things about the series, that we like the characters in it. Listen, the heart wants what it wants. Whenever I've played Mario Kart online, I always use the motion controls. So I mean, I've exclusively used motion controls since they introduced them in Mario Kart. So when I play online, I get the little golden wheel next to me, and I like having that there while winning all the races. Take that, hardcore gamers who think motion controls are immature and silly. Sometimes they're objectively more fun. Alright, into unconsciousness. Into the belly of the demon. Okay, we learned that Malor is not locked on this floor against all odds. But okay. So, this is the one that I want to go to. I haven't even drawn this on my map yet, but I'll just quickly draw it now. Alright. Think good thoughts, team. What we really need is some kind of cholesterol spell. But yeah, we get a cool, like, sort of, you know, Contra-esque final area here. Oh, okay. Malor is locked for skipping this floor. What did it do for me? I used it to get out of here, but how? Oh, never mind. This is how. It's not locked on this floor. It's confined to this floor. Okay. That door will be the door back. Oh, random encounter. Come on. Give me a break. It's not going to give me a break. All right. Here we go. Missed. Oh, sweet. We knocked the Hatifas out. And Ivy with the Ogre Killer went to town on the Iron Golem. Okay, kill this thing before it does anything. Okay. Ghost Hand. Double check that, Kiki. Goddess's Kiss. Triple check that, Mary. Goddess's Kiss. Oh, man. British. Well, at least you won't have to purchase another game for several years. All right. Fingers crossed. Hey, it wasn't a battle. Oh, because that was the teleport home. Oh, right. Oh, that was foolish of me. Okay. Well, sucks to use another Cedric slot, but we'll use it. Wait, but if I've gone in there, is that also a teleport back now? No, but I'm just misreading things. I was misreading the map. I had been past here. It was already on the map. I just did not see it and draw it in. Okay. Let's see. 4 empty spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then... Alright, this is not an optimized run at the final level. But I choose to remain optimistic. We might need to do 2. I've got the time. Just barely. Danielle wants me to watch some Star Trek with her before we go to bed. Hey, a single Hatifas. I can deal with this kind of opponent. Sirens? I don't want sirens here. Disarmed. Okay. And then the question becomes left or right. Oh, jeez. Hold on. So to the left. Yeah, okay. I've drawn this correctly. Let's try this door. It's the way home. Which means the other one is the way forward. However, we should return to the castle. Rest up, get our slots back, go right back in. Our melee characters are doing great, especially Sasha and Ivy. Especially Ivy. Her enormous hit point value is also really good. She could absorb 2 Tiltowaits with perfect rolls and still have many more hit points than Artian. I'm feeling cautiously optimistic, which... Hey, Blanky, welcome! Feeling cautiously optimistic even though I ought to have really learned not to feel that way. Today of all days, when I got all cautiously optimistic that I had avoided COVID yet again, and then boom. Holy smokes, yes. And then, presumably, you didn't put all that time in, British, because you weren't enjoying it. So also in the, perhaps the most important sense, just getting a valuable experience. Regardless of the length of the experience. Yeah, whenever my mom used to be like, how do you waste so much money on these video games? I always think like, you know, if I go to the movies, I'm going to spend like $30 for a couple hours of entertainment. Not that I'm saying it's not good to go to the movies. So like if I spend $80 on a video game and play it for 40 hours, I spent like $2 an hour for entertainment. That's without even getting into things like, for me, Elden Ring or Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Here we go, into the belly of the beast. Okay. We're running out of available floor space for rooms that are shaped, for little complexes shaped just like this. So that fills me with hope. Ah, random encounter. There's that. Oh, I was really hoping to kill that Ojutas. Big damage. And Artian's turned to stone. And Artian dies. You can still die even when you're turned to stone. And Ivy is turned to stone. My joy is turned to ashes in my mouth. It's wizardry. Come on, kill something, Cedric, with your Tiltowait. Got a stone golem? Help arrives. But, okay. We're going to get out of this, I believe. It seems to... I get the feeling you might automatically provoke a random encounter. Oh my goodness. We're still going to be okay, but this sucks. I am streaming on a weekday because Greg could not be here for reasons of his own, but then also he would have been... I can't bring him here when I have COVID. So I had free time and wanted to get this done, or try to get this done. Well, we survived. All right, watch Cedric fail and die. Nope, disarmed. Okay. As long as everyone resurrects, we'll be fine. We still got time. Fortunately, it all goes wrong so suddenly and brutally that it's not that time consuming. Yeah. Kiki's cured. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. This is not a stream gimmick. I do this when I'm playing Wizardry. Pray invoke. Okay. All right. All my luck hasn't run out. Just some of the... it could be coming through for me better. Did I ever? In those early Ultima 5 streams were all just the struggle to keep ELO alive long enough to start playing the game. I mean, I do have trouble, you know, now and then I do get Lolo stoned. It honestly might be more upsetting to get Lolo stoned. Definitely the biggest jump scare in video games for me is a Medusa or Dawn Medusa that I didn't notice I was about to get killed by. Yeah, with the all caps Nintendo game font, there's a whole lot of potential to have a hard time reading ELO versus Lolo. Ivy. Oh, it's supposed to be Sasha Kiki. I'll be doing the wrong things. Okay. Let me have a good run here, game. No, not just a good run. Let this be it. I feel like I need to play it sometime. I've never played it. Some of it sounds like it would appeal to me. The specific thing, like the real-time combat in first person, doesn't appeal to me on its own, but even less so does the idea that the actual like best practice way to play the game is to sort of short circuit the combat system by constantly stepping away and then turning so your enemies step in front of you and then you hit them and then you step away before they get to fight back. Oh, wow. And you definitely strike me as the sort who knows how to get a translation patch working on real hardware. Oh. Well, failing that, I certainly have faith that you can figure it out. Bad day for you, Iron Golem. You were getting ogre killed. The only console I ever modded was my original PlayStation. And the full extent of my modding was simply that I used some ticky-tack to there's like one little mechanical component that if you locked it down, that had the same effect as a mod chip of making the, you could, if you put a real PlayStation game in and then pop the tray open, start it up, get the official PlayStation graphic, and then pop it out and put in a burned disc. It's a lot of work to go through to play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, which is the only game I ever did that with. Huh. I know I played Lunar Silver Star Story on my PlayStation. One of my favorite PlayStation games, and I acknowledge that it probably doesn't hold up perfectly, is a Monster Rancher. A game that encourages you to take out the disc and put other discs in, because it would randomly generate monsters that you could ranch using compact discs. So that was a lot of fun. I was also a fan of Barcode Battler, which definitely does not hold up, but it was just like a standalone LCD game where you randomly created your character by scanning barcodes. Okay. Maybe we can short circuit the encounter that seems to always happen right after Malor by teleporting so that our first step is into another teleporter. I think it worked. Actually, I guess I might as well. Seems like it's definitely the same shape. Yep. So I'll go through here and then we'll find out where it is. We're really running out of space for more of these rooms. I want to believe I'm close. All right, fingers crossed. Come on. One stone golem. Brain thing is bad if it gets an attack off, and otherwise we can live with it. Dullahan is bad. Whoop, not breath. Let's try to Zilwan him. Hell, we'll even try to dispel him. Pretty sure he's undead, because he's holding his own head in his hand. Masto dies. Dullahan just dies. Okay. All those level ups for our characters that seemed like they weren't doing much in terms of stats. The thing is that melee characters also, as they level up, get extra attacks. It just never tells you. Sirens, eh? It is sirens. Okay, don't set this off, Cedric. Boom. Okay. All right. Not sharing this mapping just because We're out of the cool stuff. Okay. Right up against here. Yeah. In Wizardry 1, this layout is how it kind of starts. But eventually you do get... There's at least one variation on it, I think. There's definitely space for more, but not many more. Alright. Pardon me. Not proper sickness coughing. Just a little phlegmy. Like, very, very slightly. I was just clearing my throat. Okay. Take me forward. Took me forward. This is different, isn't it? Was that one step more than it's been every other time? No. No. It's the exact same number of steps. We absolutely can fit more of this. Well, if I still haven't made it to the boss this time at the end, I will change the name of this on YouTube, because Heart Attack is absolutely the title to use when we make it to the final boss. All right, into the breach, friends. We surprised one. Okay, this is actually a pretty easy enemy, but it's the one that killed James. So this is going to be gratifying for my friends who hate Sackloofs. Do not set off counterpunch, Cedric. Attaboy. Oh, do not need to draw this time. We can definitely fit one or two more. Actually, possibly more. But we're running out of space. I'm aware of Etrian Odyssey, and I should absolutely play it sometime, because it is, from what I understand, even in, like, you know, these are modern-ish games, but they make you draw, you got to do your own map in the game, which I appreciate that. All right. Let's try the left door first this time. Take us forward. It took us forward. No, it didn't. It took us back. But... Oh, wait. Oh, no. It was this one. Arizona Wolf! Holy smokes! How have you been? This place is bumping tonight. That's at least a slightly different shape. Well, Arizona Wolf, in some ways good. Semester's off to a good start. I'm in good spirits. On the other hand, after dodging it for 4.5 years, I tested positive for COVID today. Ooh. I know I've heard that name. Okay, so this is different. This could be it. Let's take a look at where we are on the map. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's a good pedigree. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that part is great, Arizona Wolf. The COVID diagnosis I don't love. Cool. Okay, I gotta look into these Etrian Odyssey soundtracks, even in advance of checking out the game someday. Okay, this could be it. Yeah, so far it's one of the proverbial mild cases. I had the slight sniffles this morning, popped a positive on the test. Don't even have the sniffles anymore. So I'm hopeful. It doesn't matter. I can't go to work for a week, so I got to make the whole. Got to keep the. I just met the students, and now I'm going to be trying to coordinate them from a distance for a week. Oh wow. Ah, there's a hole. The hole seems like what we actually have to do. I bet the other one is your back out of this. There's a grotesque creature, something like a giant caterpillar lying on its side. As you begin to approach it, a man appears, sage-like in dress, and with his face hidden by a hood. This is not what I was expecting. You're too late. Look. Oh no, I'm gonna do synchronous classes. Online asynchronous learning worked great during the pandemic when everyone was stuck at home and we were all like every course was like that and we were all committed to the idea. But even to the small extent that I ever tried to use it, even as a supplemental thing after returning to in-person classes, there's just no uptake. People just skipped it. And then we're like the year that we were like hybrid, sort of in person, but like they were like, you know, you can make the choice to go online. And some students wanted to go online. So I gave them the option and I still had the in-person classes. But it was very clear that like 25% of the class just ignored the entire class. Well, the foo parts is Aussie-like. That could mean anything in Ozzy Osbourne speak. But yeah, like a significant portion of the class just like decided, oh, just like a few days before the major project is due, I'll just watch every single lecture video for the class, figure out what's going on, get the project done. It was a disaster. For them. My life was fine. Nice, Cedric. Well, you should have, but you didn't apply, so I didn't make you an offer. But maybe sometime when I'm fit for public presentation, we should grab a drink. How often have I dreamt of this moment? The last prince was vanquished by a single man descended from heaven. The blood of that divine being flows through the young king's veins, and I have used him for this ceremony. I've done it. I've won. You dogs will be the first meal for the Prince of Darkness. What is it? The blood? The blood is ordinary? But the blood of that man, my lord. You watch as the sage instantly vanishes under a spray of bile emitted from the demonic entity. He didn't get his malor off. Next, the Prince of Darkness sets its eyes on you and opens its gaping maw. You can tell by the music this is serious. Alright, this is it. One attempt. If we're all killed, who knows when I'll get to play this again. An encounter. One demonic embryo. It doesn't bring any allies. Okay, pausing the music for a moment so that I can go to the game facts. Fact of the month for October 2023 by Enlino. By Enlino? I don't know if you're here, Enlino, but I just made that connection. Oh, hey, Denora Walkman 6. Thanks for stopping by. I don't need cheap viewers, though. We do classy viewers here. Denora Walkman 6. Enlino. Yeah. Enlino. Who started following recently and chatted once during the Wizardry stream. And I didn't make the connection to the FAQ of the month author for this game. I have and Lino, this is a great FAQ. Like I've largely not, except for pre the stream playthrough when I did the Tower of Stillness just by myself. And then I threw that out and started anew. And a couple times I looked at the walkthrough portion for what turned out to be game mechanic things. Like I forgot that in Wizardry 5 they added the lockpick menu in a separate menu. And so I hadn't pressed select. So I was like, how am I supposed to get through these doors? And I'll just pick them. And then I was too impatient to look for the hidden door in the darkness in the basement. So I looked at your map. Otherwise, I've largely relied on the early parts of this for the guide stuff. And it's well done. It's pretty comprehensive, well laid out. I did notice one small gap, which is you don't have any of the advanced instruments in your magic and music page. But okay, to the magic and music page on that note, so I can remind myself, I should cast, I'm not sure if it matters, and nobody tell me if you happen to be an expert on this game. Oh, sweet. So, yep, there it is. Scroll down to the bottom here. Here's all of them. Lyre of Return. I've never found the Lyre of Cakes. I actually thought that I must have them all now, and I started throwing out instruments. Horn of the Fire God would have been a helpful one to have. Drum of Battle? Jeez. So I don't even have anywhere as close to all of them. But okay. This thing is probably just going to go all out with casting. I bet. And like probably killing it is the best strategy. But I just want to look at the spells and remind myself what some of my options are here. Well, listen, I'm about to, I'm going to try to live my pro-choice principles here. All right. Yeah. Mapaba could turn out to help us. You know what? I'm going to do the, just in case, I'm going to use one Sasha turn for a spell to cast Kurimar. Increase magic attack effectiveness. Kiki fights. Cedric, just go for it. I'm not sure it'll work. Probably it won't. And then it's... Oh, it's the wizard who can cast... Kortu. To maybe, but probably not actually successfully protect us. But Matu couldn't hurt. Unless, you know, what I'm actually doing is just giving up my chance to... What about Bakortu? Probably isn't going to work, but I'll try it. Try it once. Okay. Ivy impales Demonic Embryo with Ogre Killer. Hits 4 times for 57 damage. Kiki bashes the Demonic Embryo with a Vulcan Hammer. 4 hits, 51 damage. That's good. Cedric casts Tiltowait. Demonic Embryo resists the spell. Mary casts Bamatu. Sasha casts Kurimar. Demonic Embryo blows away Sasha with Mud Ball. Hits 2 times for 19 damage. Do you have additional forms? Or are you just a joke? I shouldn't get too cocky. Probably this still won't work, but I'm going to try one more time. Who knows what's going to happen? So when Mary gets her turn, Mad Dial, maybe we'll all be grateful that I did that. Lazalik? I don't know. Here we go. Ivy rends the Demonic Embryo with the Ogre Killer. 5 hits, 78 damage. This thing has a lot of hit points. That makes sense. Sasha attacks the Demonic Embryo with Nyoibo. 5 hits, 79 damage. Really glad that we found that item. Mary casts Mad Isle. Well, that's just healing Sasha, but nonetheless, we're all completely healed. Cedric casts Tiltowait. 39 damage. Demonic Embryo blows away Kiki with Mud Ball. 12 damage. Kiki strikes the Demonic Embryo with Vulcan Hammer. 4 hits, 48 damage. Lazalik, 64 damage. That Sasha spell seems to have actually improved our ability to hit this thing. Okay. Is the thing going to have extra forms? I'll use one more Tiltowait, and then I feel like maybe I'm going to want... I've never used Mahaman, the Wish spell, before, but maybe in a pinch I'll want it. I don't know. Why not, Mabarako? Actually, no. Just keep the Mad Isles coming. Who knows? Maybe I should have Tiltowaited. Tilto-waited. Okay, here goes. Ivy rends Demonic Embryo with Ogre Killer. 5 hits, 82 damage. Sasha attacks the Demonic Embryo with the Nyoibo. 5 hits, 85 damage. Kiki bashes Demonic Embryo with Vulcan Hammer. 3 hits, 38 damage. Cedric casts Tiltowait. Demonic Embryo takes 75 damage. Mary casts Mad Isle. We're all completely healed. Demonic Embryo tries to cast Maliqua, but nothing happened. The Bakortu worked. Artian casts Lazalik. Resist the spell. Alright. You know what, Cedric? Use your breath weapon. What's the point in being a Dracon if you don't get to break your breath weapon out every now and then? Might be a waste, but I'm Mad Dialing. To the end. Anna Lazalik. Here we go. Look at that. We got 2 characters with low. There's no number that can express how low their armor class is. Here we go. Ivy slices the Demonic Embryo with Ogre Killer. 4 hits, 61 damage. That's actually a pretty bad hit, but I'll take it. Sasha mows down Demonic Embryo with Nyoibo. 5 hits, 81 damage. Kiki bashes Demonic Embryo with Vulcan Hammer. 4 hits, 48 damage. Mary casts Mad Isle. Well, we're fine. Cedric spits out an acid breath. Demonic Embryo takes 96 damage. Demonic Embryo dies. What's next? You defeated the monsters. Each survivor gains 106,666 experience. And each survivor gets 8 gold pieces. Nice. The Demonic Embryo was young. He didn't really have a lot of time to save up. From the down body of the Demon Lord, a shining orb appears. Within the orb, you can see a human form. Looking closely, it's the young king. Try as you might to save the king, nothing happens when you touch the orb, nor can you make even a dent in it. At the end of your wits, the king calls out, "Take that pillbox with my royal seal, show it to the 2 sages, and explain my predicament. Do not speak of this to anyone but those 2. So saying, the king enters a deep slumber. Looking down, you see the decorative pillbox in question. Found strange item. Can't carry. Drop an item? Yes. I'll make that sacrifice. I don't need this Tonfa anymore. Found strange item. Okay. Well. That was not the end of the game. Get out of here, Karab. We don't care about you. Knock you unconscious and then beat you to death on the ground. Take us home, please, door. Alright, so, on the one hand... Oh wait, congratulations! You retrieve the Royal Seal. And as a reward, you receive 10,000 gold pieces, 30,000 experience points, and a new title. But there's another dungeon, isn't there? Hey, it's the Two Sages. Okay, there's not another thing to do. All this experience might just be for a post-game dungeon. The Two Sages go and get the king? Hey, the young king's back. Well, that's gratifying. Thanks, Alina. Now, I'm going to look at your table of contents. Just for a moment. Aha. I see there's a thing called the Dragon's Cave. I assume that's some kind of really hard, just post-game dungeon. Interesting way to scroll the credits. Oh, I definitely will check it out. But I consider this a victory. I have beaten this game now. Gratifying. We'll check out the post game at some point. All right, enjoy your nap, your mom. Catch you later. All right. Not sure what this scene is. Throb of Demon's Heart. End. ... Question mark. Cool. Well, I'm gonna... Right around the time that Greg and James beat him up will be wrapping. So I am going to wrap up. But first, let's see if we gain some levels. I'm just going to take a look, because if I wind up doing some post-game at some point, finally get to take advantage of multi-classing. Dun, dun, dun. Gain piety, 9 hit points. Ivy's not going to be able to multi-class to anything good because of her terrible piety. But she's a great fighter. Also, I just think monks are cool. Although that was a pitiful level up. Kiki gains a level, gains strength, vitality, 38 hit points. And Lino, maybe you know the answer to this if you're still here. Is there, in fact, a Valkyrie-only weapon that's either like a hammer or of Thor, Mjolnir, or a spear, like Gungnir or something? Artian learned new spells. And got a bunch of hit points. Artian's much more prepared for the thing that we've already done now. He's got Tiltowait. There is a Valkyrie exclusive spear and it's incredibly OP. Is it Gungnir, like Odin's spear? What are the class change options for the heroes? I mean, honestly, I'm not even that excited about anything except Artian becoming an alchemist and having mage spells and alchemy. Because alchemy is the one that we explored the least in this game. Okay, cool. All right. I feel comfortable saying this is my favorite classic wizardry experience. This was a great game. I do think that they could have cranked up the difficulty a little bit earlier on. Like maybe making like the final floors of the starting towers, or even just if the first 4 levels of the ancient cave, you know, the proving grounds levels. Holy Lance. Okay. Nonetheless, it's at least nice to know that there was a Valkyrie exclusive spear or weapon, because I spent so much time believing that must be true. Maybe I believe that. Did you just that your fact explanation of the classes might have literally said that, and I've been carrying that around in my mind, thinking it was my own idea. Yeah, it's just great for all the reasons that I've said multiple times, which is that it's the classic wizardry system, which is a really, really finely tuned system. And especially when they upgraded it for Wizardry 5, it got much better than it was in Wizardries 1 through 3. But then to also go to Wizardry 6 and pull back all the new character species and classes into the Wizardry 5 system adds depth to it. Because the one shortcoming, I think, of the Wizardry Classic system is that it really only makes sense for your party to be 3 fighters in the front, unless they get to be the prestige classes, samurais, lords, and then a thief and a cleric or a priest and a mage in the back row. It just doesn't make sense to do anything else. You can experiment more in this, even though I didn't experiment all that much. Having the Japanese theme is way better than the goofy lack of theme in the regular wizardries. To the extent that there was a story here, it was cool and atmospheric. Having graphics and music is a nice touch. I like wireframe wizardry, but again, having a cohesive theme was cool. The music in the game was great. All very short, simple tracks that don't drive you insane, no matter how much you listen to them repeat. We did finally get some classic wizardry tension as we drew closer to the end of the game. I really enjoyed that cube puzzle, even if my resistance to accepting that it was a cube caused me to take way longer to solve the puzzle, because I just wanted it to be 3 grids, because I can't think in 3 dimensions. I've never solved a Rubik's Cube. But it was a cool puzzle. When I finally solved it, it was cool. The last area keeps it simple and keeps the tension high. Every battle could be the end of you at the end there. The final battle was cool. Not nearly as hard as the final battle in Wizardry 1, but it was gratifying. And knowing there's a post-game is also great. I suspected there would be because I've read... Had to cough. I've read the CRPG Addicts. He did a playthrough of Wizardry Gaiden 1, The Suffering of the Queen for Game Boy. And in that, there was a post-game really hard dungeon. So I kind of figured there would be in this too. Looking forward to checking that out one day. Won't be anytime soon because the school year has started, and there aren't going to be that many Tuesdays, hopefully, where Greg can't make it here for us to play beat-em-ups together. But yeah, this was great. This was awesome. I've now legitimately beaten 2 wizardries, so I feel good about that. I'm a hardcore RPGer, dungeon crawler, what have you. And for the end of it here, this was my favorite track. So I'm going to have this one playing as we wrap up. On the whole, like 2 enthusiastic... With every game I play and I really like, I'm like 2 thumbs up, which is not how the Roger and Ebert Siskel and Ebert thumbs up scale works. It was each of them either doing thumbs up or thumbs down. But I thought this was a tremendous game. If I knew someone who was like kind of interested in trying Wizardry, I would probably be like, start with Wizardry Gaiden IV and get the feel, and then decide if you want to go back and play Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord and what have you. This was a really cool game. Really glad that I've played it now. The worst grade imaginable, an A-, which actually used to be a problem I had to deal with a lot. Hiring, engineering students, and especially engineering grad students, to mark papers and technical writing activities, and they're like, this is really bad, 8 out of 10. But I fixed that. I'm an innovator, but we don't need to get into my job and the cool things I do in it, because I'm spending my days whenever I have free time working on my teaching dossier to put my promotion and reappointment package together. Anyway, this was awesome. This was incredible. And I'm so happy that I actually managed to beat it today in the episode that I boldly named Heart Attack. We have stopped the throbbing of the demon's heart. We win. James the Mage is avenged. Awesome. What's coming up? Well, Friday, hopefully, my COVID doesn't get worse, and if Danielle stays on her recovery path, we'll be back here, me, Danielle, Greg, and Rich, playing Frosthaven. We call the show Friday Night Frosthaven. No points for guessing why. On Saturday, I'll be playing more of Space Quest 2, Vohal's Revenge. And then, I haven't decided yet for Sunday, probably Ultima 7 Part 2 Serpentile, which I have started, but this game took up most of my summer instead. But I might decide to defer that for a week and do something else. I don't know. You'll find out when I announce it on the schedule and or in the Discord. We have a Discord. If you want to click on the join link in the about, we don't talk all that much about much. I make announcements. We might talk about something that happened on the stream. Stimpinski tells us when he's got a new board game. You're also welcome to start a conversation about whatever. That'd be cool. If you like the music that plays during the starting soon screens, check out Aaron Hodges-Boyle's Bandcamp. There's a lot more songs where those came from. If you don't already follow, what are you waiting for? Follow. This is a cool place. Keep hanging out at 58 Dream Street. And I can't think of a real strong case for why you would subscribe, but if you're just sitting on money that's burning a hole in your pocket, I wouldn't say no to it. All right. That's it. That's all. That's all there is. Thanks for joining me on this journey. It's been a ton of fun. And all the more so because you folks were here enjoying it with me. If you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came to your left, if you can't hear my voice, I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. Oh, one more shout out. Just one last time, I should say. FAQ of the month for October 2023. Lino's FAQ of this game is just terrific. Oh, bag of magic food right at the end. But welcome. Hello, I must be going. But yeah, if you're interested in trying this game, but you don't want to have the pure wizardry difficulty experience, couldn't hurt to have that FAQ on hand. It's a tremendous piece of FAQ writing and structuring organization. It's a full hypertext FAQ. It's really great. I'm not just saying that because Enlino's here. I've been saying it the whole time. And also, I only just realized today to connect the Enlino who's here to the author of that FAQ. What was I saying? What do I always say? If you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, you can't hear my voice. But I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time, when someday, somehow, we journey deeper into Wizardry Gaiden IV in the post-game, take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet.